Wow, Chris, another beautiful Bielinski neighborhood. And again, throughout this show, I just keep emphasizing, I love how they altered the designs, some of the different products on the exterior of these homes. They make each one look different and give it a traditional neighborhood feel, and this location is second to none.
Yeah, this is Rivers Crossing in Waukesha, great Bielinski subdivision.
Well, judging by the stage of this construction, must have started maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago. Take us through the plumbing aspects and what you guys have done so far.
Well, you're exactly correct. It has been 4 to 5 weeks. Right now what Todd's doing is we're running all the drain, waste, and vent pipe as well as the water piping for this home. He also has done the inside sewer, as we call it, which connects to the main sewer in the street.
So is this the first real visit for Horner Plumbing out at this stage 4 weeks in?
Yeah, this is. This would be our first time out on the job, is once it's under roof, we come out to the job to start rough plumbing. Todd will be here anywhere between 4 to 6 days to complete the rough on this home.
And the rough at this stage, I assume, would be very important because you're talking public safety. You're not only from the occupants here, but the community as a whole. You're working with supply lines and you're working with the waste side as well.
Yeah, I mean, the rough plumbing is basically the skeleton of the whole plumbing system. So we're running the drain, waste, and vent down, which eventually ties into the inside sewer that we run, the underfloor of the home, which eventually ties into the outside sewer and goes into the main sewer system. He's also running all the water supply lines, so it's important that he follows all the state and local codes.
And since you are following codes, I assume everything is inspected at several different times during the process?
Yeah, you can usually figure between 2 to 4 inspections on a typical residential home.
And is that just whether you're ready at that stage? You can maybe make it easier for the inspector tying them together?
Yeah, exactly. Like what Todd's done today is he's run the underfloor on this home as well as the upstairs drain, waste, and vent, which we can get one inspection on instead of a separate inspection.
Okay, and since there are so many codes involved in plumbing, those codes seem to always be in a state of flux and changing. How do you ensure that your personnel can keep on top of all the changes and advances in the plumbing industry?
Well, the great thing with plumbers like Todd from Local 75 is they're required to go to continuing education. So they're required to keep up on all the code changes and differences that might go on in the code throughout the year.
So with that in mind, it must be extremely important from a contractor standpoint to have a stable of professional, highly trained plumbers at your disposal?
Yeah, it's great. With Todd being a Local 75 member and a licensed plumber through the state, they give the training that he needs to make sure that he is up to snuff on any codes or code changes or any new products that are out there. Much like the 50 plumbers that we have on staff, we have a great trained Local 75 staff that can tackle any job or any need that we have.
Seems to me consistency is the key there from the contractor standpoint, and then the peace of mind that will come with that for not only you, but the end users, knowing all the new products, all the plumbing is being done correctly and installed correctly.
Yeah, it's a great thing for us that we can put these guys out on the jobs and know they're trained properly and don't need us for direction. They can take the direction, and I trust everything that they do.
Makes sense to me. Back at the showroom, you mentioned that you had a couple different homes at different stages of the construction process?
Yes, I do. We came out to this one to see Todd today in rough construction. Now I think we should go out and look at one that's in the finished stages.
Great. Oh, another beautiful home. This one's nearing completion. What would you say, a couple weeks out?
Yes, Stu, I would figure the homeowner will probably take occupancy on this house in about 2 to 3 weeks from now.
Okay, we just came from the rough stage. This is obviously the finished stage. What's the role of the plumber at this stage of new construction?
Well, the finished plumber will be running all the water mains for the house as well as the gas main and then hooking up the final fixtures.
Okay, so gas line, I didn't think of that. I was thinking of the supply for the water and the wastewater. The gas would go to the furnace and the hot water heater?
Yeah, as well as the range on this home. Yes, we'll be providing all the gas lines for the home that are needed.
Okay. Well, you know, the thing I like best about new home construction is as the occupant, you come in, everything works. You're not buying a used home, an existing home, where you don't know if it works the day you move in, but then 2 days later, it might fail. As we mentioned back at your showroom, you select quality components, you can rest assured they're going to last a good long time.
Yeah, the homeowners that'll take occupancy on this house should have the peace of mind that it's quality from top to bottom and everything should work.
Yeah, and it's not just the components, it's the labor that's putting them in. You want to look for a highly skilled, highly trained workforce.
Yeah, anybody that's purchasing a Bielinski home is getting top-notch labor as well as products.
And if you've had a chance to travel around, you get an appreciation for the quality workforce that we have here in Wisconsin. These individuals really care about the end products that they're producing.
I agree completely. Not only from the labor to the products to the builders that are building the homes in Wisconsin, you're getting a top-notch product that's far above anything else I've seen in the country.
Well, earlier in the show, we mentioned that you build a neighborhood one home at a time. And if the homes are quality, like we've seen on today's show, not only the neighborhood, but the communities all benefit. I appreciate you coming on, showing us the plumbing and new home construction.
Thanks, Stu. It's been my pleasure.
The preceding program was sponsored by the Building Wisconsin Television Network.